Hi, I'm Kania. Welcome to my channel. We are going to be reading a book that I got from Kohls. It's called Eyes That Speak to the Stars. By Joanna Ho and illustrated by Dung Ho. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see. We got enough light? I think so. If someone do the other light, I'm just tired. Okay. For my Aya, who took me on early morning walks up to the mountains of Hong Kong. For Dad, who used to carry me on his shoulders. And for Harv, the Agong, who looks at his grandkids like they're the only answers that matter. Oh, J.H. And that's the author. And to my dad, no matter where I go in life, you're always in my heart. D.H. That's the illustrator. So sweet. So I went shopping at Kohls for an outfit for a play for Black History or something. Juneteenth. It was Juneteenth play. And this book was only $5. So they had a bunch of books that were there for $5 in the front. And this is one of those books. So it looked interesting. And I was like, Eyes That Speak to the Stars. Sounds cute. So let's go. The other day, when Baba picked me up from school, I didn't run in for a hug the way I usually do. I stared at my toes where it was safe. What's wrong? Baba asked, and all my hurt tumbled out. Oh, sadness. Kurt drew a picture of our friends, I said. He pointed to a person with eyes like two lines that stretched across his face and told me, "This one is you." But it didn't look like me at all. When we got home, Baba stood with me in front of a mirror and said, "Your eyes rise to the skies and speak to the stars. The comets and constellations show you their secrets, and your eyes can foresee the future, just like mine." Baba's eyes that rise to the skies and speak to the stars are filled with all the surprises he can't wait to give me throughout the day. When he lifts me above his head and cries, "Ready for takeoff," before running through the house like we're headed toward the heavens, his eyes shine like runway lights and tell me, "Lift your arms, my son. You're going to soar above the clouds." Just making sure you can see it. Baba always looks up, and his eyes are just like Agong's. Agong's. Agong's eyes that rise to the skies and speak to the stars gaze into the distance, like they're looking at the world through lenses of time. The voices of ancestors whisper in his ear, speaking a lilting language of rice paddies, climbing mountains like stairways to the sky. Mazu's miracles showing mercy from on high, and mango milk from night markets, lit with bulbs of light. I think they're playing mahjong, but I'm not sure. Agong has an answer for every question I ask on our early morning walks. But when I hug him goodnight, he cups my face in his hands and looks at me like I am the only answer that matters. Agong is his grandpa. Agong holds the wisdom of generations in his eyes, and his eyes are just like Didi's. Didi's eyes that rise to the skies and speak to the stars are closed so long, I grow an inch waiting for him to wake up. When Didi's eyelids finally flutter open, I orbit his crib, making funny faces and singing silly songs until his laugh grows so big it spreads up his cheeks and makes his eyes squeeze shut again. He looks at me like I am the world, but he is the sun, filling my days with light. Didi's eyes that rise to the skies and speak to the stars are just like mine. My eyes shine like sunlit rays that break through dark and doubt. They lift their sights on paths of flight that soar above the clouds. My eyes gaze into space and glimpse trails of light, inviting me into impossibilities. This is pretty. The comets and constellations show me their secrets because I am the emperor of my own destiny. I read a brighter future in the stars and will fight to make it reality. Isn't that pretty? That is beautiful. The artistry on here is just lovely. My eyes that rise to the skies and speak to the stars are visionary. They are Baba and Agong and Didi. They are mine and they are powerful. The end. And that was Eyes That Speak to the Stars by Joanna Ho and illustrated by Dung Ho. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed our story. And remember, everyone's eyes are beautiful. Bye.